So, Ron, how long have you been a cattleman up here?
Oh, all my life virtually.
Yeah. You just preface it a bit by saying I've been a cattleman.
Oh, well, I've virtually been a cattleman all my life, but I've been more of a sheep man than a cattleman. We had sheep more than cattle, but we always had a few cattle. But Yoni's wiped us out of sheep a couple of years ago, and we've only got cattle now and horses.
And Clive, how about yourself?
Oh, well, I'm similar to Ron. I was born into the game, into the cattle job. My ancestors come to the East Gippsland area in the about 1880s. The first, and they selected country there, similar to what Ron's family has in the Omeo district. So, and we're sort of getting to the stage that we're becoming the older cattlemen, put it that way. And I think between fellas like Ron and I, there's a lot of history and a lot of things that can be handed on, such as what Ron's doing with his horse breaking and so forth, and the position that I've been in, and what I'm trying to do now to try and get this dingo job under control and the wild dogs that are killing sheep absolutely out of hand everywhere. And it looks like, you know, we've got to put pressure on the bureaucracy to get things so that we can get on with our work instead of being hounded down by ridiculous regulations, things like that.
Can we go into a bit about horse breaking? Ron, your philosophy. First of all, how did you get involved in breaking horses?
Well, I've always wanted to be a good horseman and a good sheepman. Ever since I was a kid, that's all I ever wanted to be. I learnt from the old blokes the old brutal way of, you know, bash, and it was really hard work, hard on the horses, hard on the men, and it took years for the horses to cooperate with you, and you know,
Just mind it.
you know, so that they would work with you. But I've learnt, you know, I read every horse book I can find, and sort of gone to a lot of schools, and I got very friendly with an American man, Ray Hunt, who's a fantastic horseman, and he stayed at home, and I've learnt a lot off him, and a lot of what I do is his philosophy and the way he does it, and you know, I've refined that and learnt a lot off other people too, and now there's just no bashing. Like that horse this morning, he was a bit of a handful. He might have been 2 handfuls, but I don't think I hit him once all morning. I might have slapped him or give him a fright, but I never hit him all morning. And I eventually got him ridden, but to do it the old way, I'd have been still fighting with him tomorrow, and so it went all day, and you'd still be arguing with him. But this way, you just avoid fights and arguments, and as I showed you this morning, you can get the job done.
So you use a combination of what techniques?
Oh, I don't know. It's just kindness and Ray Hunt techniques, or it wasn't Ray Hunt, it was a man called Tom Dorrance sort of got them started, and all these horsemen that travel around the world giving clinics and that, they all learnt from Tom Dorrance. They might tell you different stories, but every now and again in their books or whatever, their writings, they'll mention Tom Dorrance, and that's where they all learnt it from, one man.
Yeah, well, I like I worked with cattle in the bush and in the mountain country all my life, being reared in the Buck and Timbarra district, and then when things got a bit tough, I could see an opportunity where I could make a few bob out of running trailer rides. Well, that was way back in the 1960s, and I used to breed all my own horses, break my own horses in, and I had to have them that way that I could put pretty well anyone on them. And I noticed with Ron this morning, he handles his horse from both sides. Like a terrible lot of people, they break in a horse, they've got a one-sided horse. Now, I'm the same as what Ron does. I handle the horse equal from both sides. You get on and off either side, and that sort of thing. And, well, as I said, I breed my own horses, and if I've got colts, got to be castrated, I do all that myself. But I noticed, if you don't mind me saying this about Ron, if you'd noticed him in that yard this morning, he'd be walking around, but he never sort of makes a quick move, you know, like that. He's got that nice smooth move with the young horse all the time, and I operate the same, you know, and what you've got to do, the first thing you've got to do is let the horse has got to respect you, but you've got to respect the horse, but you've got to get the horse's confidence.
Can you just say that